you know, I realized yesterday I start every single stream saying, hey guys, I need to think of something new. So welcome to my Thursday afternoon stream. I'm going to get back into the swing of things again. So I'm going to get back to some of my quilting. I've sold out of the Japanese wood spirits and the new God of Mischief patterns at a couple of cons I was at, so I've got to remake those. I also realized now that I'm speaking at quilt guilds and shops and things like that and showing off my quilts, I need a set of quilts just for that, where they're not going to be for sale, but that I have them so that when I'm speaking about the patterns and the quilts and the fabrics and things like that, I have them to show off. Because I'm speaking tonight, and I don't have a Japanese wood spirit or a God of Mischief, because I sold them. So I'm also going to be working a lot of my patterns. Even if I have a couple for sale, I'm going to be working on one that I can quilt really nicely and bind really nicely and have available for those shows. So today I'm going to be making 2 Japanese wood spirits, although I am neither one of these is going to be for display. They're both going to be for sale because I need 2. I need to replace them. Yeah, so let's get going. I have not done anything at all. I have not cut any pieces out. I have not done anything. So all I did was lay it all around. Oh, hey, Two Wolf, how are you? It is afternoon here. But I guess anyone over in Europe that pops in, it's morning. So yeah, happy morning, good afternoon, good morning. The only thing I've done for this is I've pulled the fabrics. And because I make these quilts a lot, I have leftovers that I actually save for the next quilt. So I'm going to start with the leftovers, and I'm going to cut all the pieces out. And I'm doubling my pattern because I'm making 2. So let's double this out. Yeah, and figure it all out. And I'm going to walk down. Let's do all the solids first. Okay, so let's start with white. So I need not a lot of white. Oh, forgot to turn my iron on. That would probably help. And I'm going to use a combination of my stripology ruler and my my regular ruler, just back and forth. Nice. Well, even though it's afternoon, you know, first cup of coffee, it makes it morning, right? I'm working on my first cup of green tea. I start out the day with 2 cups of coffee and then I move on to green tea, so I get the benefits, but I keep the energy. Alright. I spent my morning prepping and getting ready for my speaking engagement tonight. I really wanted to do a couple of other things, but I couldn't. I'm also in the process of trying to figure out a quilt pattern that I can offer for free, basically, to everyone on my site, online, or at shows. So if someone's looking at my patterns going, that looks easy enough, but could I follow those directions? I would give them this free little small block, maybe like an 8x8 pixel block kind of thing, so something small, just to see if they can follow my instructions. So that's something I am working on. Okay, with gray, so the white with gray. I don't have any white with gray, do I? Cut. Yep, okay, so I need to cut white with gray. Alright, so how many strips do I need? Oh, let me grab my pattern way down here to see the strips. This. I'll move you over there. Let's do 2. white with grays, and I can always save the extras. Now it's, if you think about doing pixel designs, a Stormtrooper head would probably be a good 20 by 20. Same thing with an R2-D2. So when I say a simple design, I'm talking about like a smiley face, a thumbs up. You know, something silly that you can just do something easy and fast. Because I want to make sure that it can all fit on a single page. Because I want to be able to hand it out and give it to people at conventions. If it's anything more complicated than that, well, I'm going to charge money for it. Okay, there's white for gray. But those are good ideas for things for the future. Alright, my white is done. I can put you up. Alright, black will be last. Because black is always last. Let's do gray next. Alright, where are my gray pieces? And I'm going to take these and set them aside over here because I'm done with those. Alright, gray solid pieces. Okay, that's a 2-inch strip that apparently I didn't use before. Are these 6.5? Yep, these are 6.5. Okay. Alright, so gray. I'm going to cut 6 3.5s because I need a bunch of grays. Okay, so I already have 2. Yeah, I'm going to start with 5 because I can cut 5 in one of these strips for the stripology ruler. So the stripology ruler really speeds up my cutting. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strips. And just for good measure, I'm going to cut a 2-inch. Just because I can, I had it sitting down. I'm going to set that 2-inch aside. Okay, making sure they were all apart. And set that aside. Yeah, because the biggest thing that I find whenever I talk to people about the patterns is, especially if people know how to use a sewing machine. So the spiel that, well, let me start. The spiel I give. So someone walks up to me at a convention. They say, man, I really wish that I knew how to quilt. Okay? And I look at them and I say, do you know how to use a sewing machine? And they say, yeah, I can use a sewing machine. Then I look at them and say, you can quilt. And then I open up my pattern and I say, everything is based on stripping. I even explain basic quilting terms to you, such as a selvage, the right side, the wrong side. You use a 1/4-inch seam, everything else. I explain all those terms, and everything is stripping. So you cut 3.5-inch strips, you cut 2-inch strips, you cut pieces from the 3.5, you combine the 2s, you cut pieces from those 2s, and then lay it out. And that's it. So once I do that, 75% of the time they go, huh, I can do that. The other 25% say, that still seems too hard. I don't know if I could understand it. So I need something for the other 25%. If they say that's too hard, they don't know if they can understand it. So I want to be able to have something free on my table that people can take, or I can just give to everyone, you know, that buys something. Oh, here's your free pattern. Or I can hand it to them and say, well, here's a free pattern. Try it out. If you can follow this, then you can follow my patterns. And then I can also have the free pattern available online on my website so that people can play around with it there too. Okay, I need 18 grays. So I have 2 already. So I can cut 16 and then the 2. So there is 4, 8, 12, And I can cut a little two from this little one right here. So I realized as I was setting up today, I needed to set up my my clothing rack so that I could put my strips on it. But the dog is right there, like sleeping in the bed right there, and that's normally where I put the clothing rack. So I'm looking at it going, well, crap. What am I gonna do? So I've got the clothing rack all the way right there, so it's still within reach, but you're not gonna be able to see it on the camera because, you know, dogs take precedence. Where the dog wants to sleep, the dog's gonna, you know, that's the dog's area. And I am layering 4 layers of fabric whenever I do this. I forgot to explain what I'm doing. So I take a piece of fabric that's been folded in half, and I lay it down, and I put the other one on top of that, make sure it's ironed, and I iron it flat, fold it in half. So it's super easy. And then, just make sure everything's all lined up, and then when you cut, you're actually cutting 4 pieces at a time. So in this case, I've cut 4 pieces. With these 2, that's now my 18 I need. So for 3 1/2, I need 24. So 1, 2, 3, wait. 6 1/2. 1, 2, 3 1/2. Here's 4, 8. 1, 2, 3 1/2. 12. And it's not going to go that far. 4, 8, 12. $12, 16. Now I am going to cut one more 3 1/2 because I do think I need at least 2 more strips. If I'm cutting a single strip, I don't need to take out the full stripology ruler. Just my regular straight edge is fine. Oh, I'm sitting here thinking, I just realized. So I'm speaking tonight at my quilt guild, and I just realized I need batteries for my presentation for my projector, my overhead projector. Because I was playing with it earlier, just making sure that all of this stuff was set up and it was working fine today. And then I now just realized that no, I don't think I ever put batteries in that, and I'm going to need my clicker. You know what, I don't even know if... Oh, that's right, I don't need that one. I need the clicker that's here. Do I still have it in here? I need my presentation clicker for my computer. Huh. Things I think of, right? Because I've got a USB somewhere that I plug into the side of my computer. And it was in my computer bag. I wonder what happened to it. You know what, because it's been a year since I've done a lecture. I need to find it. It was a clicker pointer thing. Where is my clicker pointer thing? It had like a little red light on there. If I was a clicker pointer thing, it's not in my bag. The whole, if I was this thing, where would I be? I remember seeing it. Oops, I just spilled the dog treats. Yep, they're gonna have a field day when they realize that. No, it's not down there. I get this issue a lot. I put it over here. Because I just cleaned this area over here, so I don't think it would be there. And I know me. I'm thinking, oh, I'm not going to need this for a while. Let me clear it out of here, and let me go put it up in this area over here. Alright, I'm going to think I may randomly look around my studio today looking for my clicker pointer thing. Yeah, it's been a year since I've done one of these talks using my PowerPoint presentation. Okay. Alright, back to this. I've got 2 already, right? Yep. Alright, and I should have 12 of these. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. I have 16 of these. And I need 24, right? Yep, 24. Okay. So, do you have a spot for spare electronics batteries? Yes, and it's not there. Because, and that's a good, oh, that's a good point. I need to keep it there. Oh, maybe it's over here. Because this is where I stick electronics from the area here. So, like, here's my old Roku. Is it here? Clicker pointer thing. Oh, hey, there's my long USB cord that I've been looking for. There's my razor box. No, it's not here. Dang it. Fantastic idea, though. Yeah, all my batteries, electronics, stuff like that are upstairs in the kitchen. And I know I didn't put it there because that's where all of the entire family stuff goes. And I was not about to put something for my business up in the communal family area, or else I could just kiss it goodbye. It's going to be lost. Alright, nope. Alright, keep thinking. Keep thinking, Tony. Alright, let's do this. Alright, so I have 16. Where would you be? Okay, so that would be 16, 20, 24. Yep. And then I need 18 twos. Okay, it looks like I already have 4. Okay, so there's 4. In fact, I'm going to take this off and start over this. A bag or something. Yes, in fact, that's what I was doing when I was routing, when I was rooting over there in the bag and looking through it. I was looking through my laptop bag. Because that's where, to me, it would make sense for me to keep it, and that's where I had it. So, I don't know where it migrated after that. See, but I know me, and this is my biggest problem, is that past Tony has a really great idea of, you know what, I'm not going to use this for a while. Let me take it out of the laptop bag and let me put it in this safe place that I'm going to remember where I put it. Yeah. I never remember. You think I would learn? But that's one of the reasons my studio is so organized and so just everything else is just organized around here, that I know where every single thing is here because of my memory. I don't remember anything. Okay, so I said I needed 18. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Oh wait, I already had 4. I didn't need that many. Okay, so 4, 8, 12, 16, 18. So let's take these and set these aside over here to use for the next one I do. But these are all great points, all great suggestions. Too bad. I know me. Okay. Okay, combos. I need 640. Okay, with whites, I need 2 strips to go with the whites. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I've got that. Okay. Alright. Let's cut some black pieces. Now I have already sewn up a bunch of these from the previous quilt. I actually just followed my directions and just combined everything and sewed it up. I didn't use any leftover pieces, so I had a whole bunch of extra. Okay, let's put you in the chair. See, and I can picture it in my mind. I know what it looks like. See, and that's what I was thinking, this remote. I'm like, oh, I can use this remote, but I'm thinking, hold on. This remote may only be for the projector itself. It may not be for the computer. But I'll play with it. I'll put batteries in there. If I can't find my pointer clicker thing, I'll put batteries in that and see if I can use that. If not, I can swing by Staples on the way, because they've got them for cheap. Alright, so with my patterns, everything is about nesting the seams. So, in this case, I ironed my seam towards the black. In this case, I'm ironing it towards the gray. So I'm laying my piece out with the gray side up, and then I'm just going to iron the black towards the gray, and then iron it all the way. And that points the seam towards the gray fabric. And then you line the fabric up. So black and black, gray and gray. You line that up, nest that seam in there. Lost the pen to my way. I'm drawing to. Oh no! And I have exactly the pen that you're talking about too. Oh my gosh, that sucks. Oh man. Hey, at least you have a backup now. And you know what? And that's what the little clicker things are only like 10 bucks. So if I have to buy another one, it's actually really not a big deal. I'm not pressed about it. But it would still be... I think I have an idea. Ooh, oh, I didn't look down here where I have my headset, my stapler. No. Oh hey, I found an energy drink. No, it's not down here. Dang it. I've got a little hidey hole cubby thing there that I put things whenever I'm like, I'm going to need these things later, but I'm not going to need them now, so I shove them down there. And then every now and then, I go through it and go, oh yeah, I do need that. And now I need it. It wasn't there. Okay, so how many of these babies do I need? I'm going to cross all those off. Oh, hey. I wrote it all on the back. Look at how that is. Oh, hi, USA Chan. How are you? I am doing fantastic. I am finally back to doing what I do and making my pixel quilts. Okay, so this is black with gray. I need 40 of the 3.5s because I'm making 2 quilts. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So there's 12. I lost my my pointer clicker thing for PowerPoint presentations, so that's what Two Wolf and I were talking about losing things and finding them. Here we go. Now in this case, for my stripology ruler, I use this really heavy white line to line it up whenever I'm doing my strips. But in this case, some fabric can move. Whenever you iron, it can stretch and move that fabric. So I'm actually lining it up along that seam in the middle. Okay, so I had 12, so I'm going to do 12 more. Remove that. There we go. So I have 24. And I need a bunch more. Alright. And these I can cut in a bit, so I'm going to get some 2s out of those. Okay, so let me do some math. Now that you're looking for something else, you find... That's so true! Well, no, now because I opened it up and I got the one with the yellow handle, that is so true. So now that I've lost my clicker pointer thing, I will find, and I've replaced the red seam ripper, I'll find the red seam ripper. That is a fantastic point. See, and you would think I would know me by now that I lose things and need to make sure they go in the right places. Yeah. All right, time for math. All right, I've got, I need 40, I made 24, so that's 16 left, times 3.5, 32 times 2 is 64 inches, so I need 120 inches of stuff, divided by 40 inches, so I need 3 more strips. And I'm just going to cut it here. 1, 2. See, it's... For the longest time, I really thought it was only me that stuff like that happened to. Seriously. Okay, so we have any other... Yeah, gray with green, gray with tan. Okay, gray with green is right here. Okay, gray with green. I need 1 3.5 and 2 2s. Ooh, I'm not gonna have enough. Okay, so let's cut one more gray with green, and I'll do the green next, and gray with tan. Okay, I need 14 3.5s and 32 2s. I definitely don't have enough, so let's see how many I have. So I said I needed 14. I can get 4, 6. So 14 minus 6, I need 8 more of those. I need 32 2s. So 32, that'd be 64 plus 64, oh wait, no, 8 more times 3.5 plus 64 inches divided by 40. And I need 3 more of these. So let's cut 3 more to combine with the tan. Now, all this super fast math that I'm figuring out of how much to cut, I only can do it this fast because I have been doing it for a long time. The book that I'm working on for how to write your own pixel patterns for quilting will have all this math stuff in there. So all you have to do is plug in your numbers and it'll give you the answers. Alright, and I'm done with gray. Alright, I've got that one. Now, I said I was going to do the green next. Okay, so I said I need 1 of these to go with the gray. So there's my 1 to go with the gray. Alright, green. I need, let me set that aside and pull out the green from here. Oops, no, that's not a lot, that little piece. Okay, so let me cut another 3.5. There we go. And, oh, light green with green. See, here's the light green with green. Does it have at least 5.5 on here? No, it's just shy of it. Oh. Alright, I need to cut another 2-inch to go with light green. And all the stuff I'm doing, using my leftover, doing things like that, you guys will, if you make this pattern, you'll never have to worry about stuff like this, unless you make the same pattern over and over and over, like I do. Which I don't know a lot of people that do that, unless they're crazy like me. Oh, so I was thinking about your question. It was Tango Tower Power that had a question of, let's see, photos. Tango Tower Power asked me yesterday during the stream if I had a favorite quilt. And I was thinking about that, and I think I should find it. My favorite quilt to make. There it is. Alright, where's the finished quilt? I saw the design work, so I know it's after this. There we go. Here it is. Okay. Copy image address. Let's pop this baby in here. Paste. That is my favorite quilt that I have ever made. Because I was thinking, after he asked that question yesterday, I was thinking about it, and I'm like, I really, need to have an answer to this question in case anyone else asks it. So let me look through all of the quilts I have ever made and pick one. And that's definitely it. Okay, so green, I need 2 6.5s and 1 2.5. Yep. Alright, those are done. These are extra, so they can now go over here. Great. Look at that. Fantastic. Okay, let's do tan. Alright, now I need, what was it, 1, 2, 3? 1, 2, 3 of the gray with the tan, right? Yes. Because the tan only is going to go with gray or black. So I've already got those pieces out. So, you know what? Let me check to see how many. I don't have any black and tan pieces combined yet, do I? No. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to have to combine those two. So, black and tan. I need, oh, that's because it's an exact strip. Okay, so I need 2 for black and tan, and I need 3 for the gray and tan. No, I haven't seen Bonsai Baby at all. Alright, so I said I need 1, 2, 3 to go with the gray, and then 2 to go with black. What is Bonsai Baby? Is it a streamer? 1, 2. I used to just lay 3 and 3, but I've learned my lesson and I've got to layer them. Oh, I'm going to have to watch her. That sounds awesome. I love woodworking. Okay, so I love it whenever you suggest new people to me too, Wolf. Alright, Bonsai Baby. Let's look at hers. And let's follow her. Fantastic. Okay, I just gave Bonsai Baby a follow. Fantastic. Thank you. And this is going to go with black. Oh. 2, 3. There we go. Alright, now for tan. Here's the tan that I've got here. I need, oh, okay. Well, in that case, three and a half inch strips. I'm going to need 4 3.5 inch strips. See, my goal today is to get everything cut out, combined, and ready to go, and hopefully lay out the first 4 rows, first 3 rows. If I get that far, I'll be happy. Okay, and I said I need 3. 1, 2, 3. And I should be done with this now. For those of you that have fabric, I use corrugated plastic for mine, and then I use the little metal clips to hold it so my fabric doesn't go all over the place when I have it up on the shelf. Oh, and just as for reminders, first of all, I now have a reward system. So please make sure if you haven't done it already, there's a little puzzle piece in the bottom right hand of the screen. Click on it, enable it, you'll get quilt coins. You can earn quilt coins by watching. For every 10 minutes you get one. Chests will randomly drop. Click on that, you get some quilt coins. And if you donate, you get quilt coins. You can use them for things. You can use them for shout outs, for I'll follow you, I'll do things. Truth or dare, questions, although I answer questions anyways. If you want to be a mod, you can be a mod by doing quilt coins. If you want a quilt pattern, you can have one of my patterns using quilt coins. And Tu-Chan had the great idea of gift certificates to put towards quilts or pillows or other things. So I am working on that one. That's the first thing. Second thing is Twitch is doing two things right now. The first thing they are doing is bits for charity. So anytime you cheer with bits, whether it's my channel, someone else's channel, for the next week, please, please, please put the hashtag charity and the money will go to charity. And then the last thing they're doing is half off subs. So if you've ever been on the fence about subbing for someone, if you do it between now and October, the first month will be half off. So for example, if you sub for $5, it'll only cost you $2.50. And I now have emotes. My channel emotes are these lovely babies. This is the one that I've got for my $5 level. This is the one I have for my $10 level. And this is the one I have for my $25 level. So I've got emotes again too. So, all right, that's all the business. I'll have to do business for another hour or so. Okay, let's cut out tan. I should put it more towards the bottom, shouldn't I? There we go. Now it's flat. Alright, we've got 10. I need 8, so I need 16. Let's see, 16 6.5. Okay, so there is 4, 8, 12. I know I put it there somewhere. Okay, 4, 8, 12. I don't think I cut enough strips. Oh, I only cut 3 and I needed 4. Of course. Right? That's what I get for not paying attention to my fabrics. So is anything else going on in the world out there with any of you guys? I saw Zealnon isn't watching right now, I don't think, but I saw Zealnon has started streaming again, which is fantastic. She does a lot of plushy stuff, and it looks like she's been streaming the Kirby pattern that she bought for me, which is super cool. I love it when people make my patterns on streams. Okay, so it was 4, 8, 12. 16. Fantastic. Okay, now I need 8, 3.5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. And I'm going to stop. Oops. Because I only need 2s left. Oh, I'm sorry, I only need, 2s left. And I already have 4. So I want to cut them from these leftovers here because I need 6. So I need 12 total. So I think these ends right here will give it to me. Like, yeah, it's the same fabric. Four, 8, 12. Fantastic. Okay, my tan is all done. And that can go into there. Next is light green. And these are all the ones with okay, this is going to be light green. That's going to be black. And that's going to be black. Okay, so making sure I know which ones are going with which ones. So the first thing I need to do is cut a strip to go with the green. Okay, light green and green. Oops, how am I closing this? I don't want to close it. Alright, here's all my little bits. And it looks like it's mostly the ends. Yes, it's mostly the 2-inch ends. Okay, so I can turn those into 2-inch strips. So it says 6 3.5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I know I said 6, but I can only cut 5 in a single pass, so I cut 5. And we'll see if I still need more. This is the only drawback to this ruler, is it's so big. I find that I run out of places to stick it so it's not in the way when I'm not using it, but I don't want to put it away. Maybe I need to because I used to have all my rulers hang on the wall, but then I don't really need to anymore. Maybe I need to put something, no, that's too far for me to reach and put. I'll figure it out. There we go, perfectly straight. There we are, that's all lined up. Perfect. All right, so I said I needed 20. Wow, I need 20 of these things. Okay. 4, 8, 12. And a bunch of 2s. So 4, 8, 12. Seriously. Finding a place to put that roller is pain in my tuchus. Alright. Okay, so I said 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. That's how many I need, right? Yep. And I need 12 3.5s. So there is 4, 8, 10, 12. Oops. There we go. Fantastic. Okay, I've got that. Okay, now I need 24 twos. Now I'm going to set this aside because I'm going to cut them off from here. Could you store in the top of the shelves you got for the fabric for the dice bags? No, I actually have fabric for the dice bags in these bins right there. So the leftover fabric that I take from pillows, I actually store the scraps in there, and it's all categorized by genre. Now, this, you see me coming over here with these. All the shelving I have on this side of the room is all of my stuff for quilts, is all of these solids, blenders, things like that. All the fabric on that side of the room is all the character fabric. So I actually have it split out on all of my bookcases. On top of the white thing you put them. Do you mean my corrugated plastic board? You mean the thing that I wrap them in? I'm not sure what you mean on the top of the white thing. Yeah, so the table, oh, I see what you mean. Okay, so it's, no, these are actually shelves that are built, so this is my thing where I pull out, and all of my thread is all lined up. It's a pull-out thread container, and it also has the containers for the dice bag fabric. So these are like little, it's actually shelving that is right here that all of my dice bag fabric is on. So it's a white shelving thing. So I do have them organized under there already. Okay, we need light green, a 24.5 4. Yeah, so I think that's what you meant. But yeah, no, it's, I know there's a shelf thing right here, but I actually have thread and other stuff sitting on there. But I have like hundreds of scraps of dice bags, like literally hundreds of them. So I don't want to just set them right here. So they all are organized. I have actually 8 of these bins with fabric in it, all categorized by genre. All right, so I need 24 4, just making sure this was with cut, yep. 24, and I've got 4 already. So there's 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Cut these leaded pieces first. I actually, for a couple of years, I actually had an app, and this is before I bought fabric directly wholesale from the manufacturers. I used to have an app that told me exactly how much of each fabric I had. That way, when I went to the store looking for fabric, I knew what I needed. So it was so super organized. It was a pain in the butt to constantly update it though. So now that I order directly from the manufacturers, I can just look around and go, okay, I need that, and then type it in. I need that, type it in. So actually, as I was making kits today, as I was starting to run low on some fabrics, I just went right onto the website for Moda and said, okay, I want a bolt of that, bolt of that, bolt of that. And I lost my count. All right, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. This will be 18. And I need 24. 18. How am I using that one? I should be using this one. Okay, 18, 20, 22, 24. There we go. And this is scrap. I'm not going to need this. That one is finished. There we go. Okay, and this one can now go all the way over here because I am done with that for this quilt. Oh, and I found 2 more strips apparently. Okay. I've got that. Okay, it looks like just black. So I need to cut 3, 4, 5. Oh, no. No. Tony, what are you doing? What are you doing? Can't forget the black and green combo. Okay, so black and light green. I need 5 strips. So it says 2.5. So I need to cut myself 5 strips. I was like, this doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem like it's enough. Yeah, it wasn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm done with the light green fabric. There we go. Fantastic. Okay. All right, so I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 black 2-inch strips. You know what? I'm just going to completely take it off of there and say, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now let's alternate them. So let's go black, tan, black, tan, black, gray. Again, I used to just like set all the black ones down, set all the gray ones down, but for some reason I always seem to mess that up. I don't know why or how, but I always like for some reason cut the wrong things together. How do I do that? Seriously. There we go, got all my strips done. Now I've just got to finish cutting the black. Alright, so for the black pieces, I need 2 3.5s and 8 2s. Let's see. I do not think this piece is going to be big enough to do everything I need. 3.5. Okay, so there's 2, 4. Oh, wait. I didn't cut enough. Alright, I'm going to set this black piece aside, and I'm going to pull out an old scrappy black piece that I had that I want to use up. It's the same fabric. It is the nice thing about the Moda marbles, which I really like, is even if it's not the same bolt, a lot of times it's probably all the same dye lot, and even if it's not, they do such a good job with matching it. I don't have to worry about, okay, is this black just a little bit off? Let's set that over there. Okay, so I need, I'll just do one at a time, 2 more. Okay, so I need 2 3.5s, okay, and I need a total of 16 2s. So I have 4, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Oh, I only needed 1. Okay, so it's 2. Okay, so there's 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. See, I knew something was wrong. I'm going to count that again. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Yep, 2 more. I think I'm so used to counting by 4s that I counted one of those by 4s instead of by 2s. There we go. And this black is done. It can go over to the scraps to be reused for other quilts. I'm just throwing my pieces of fabric now. Alright, this can now go over there. I may not have to use a lot of that. And let's put these here. These are all my solids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I always do another count just to make sure that I've got everything because scatterbrain. Okay, so now it's time to combine these together. Now comes the boring part of the stream, where I'm just going to sit and sew strips. But then I'll actually cut the strips. And then start laying them out. If I can at least lay out those first couple of lines, I'll be happy. Now remember, whenever you are sewing strips, always line them up and see which strip is the shorter of the two, even if it's the same exact brand. So these are both Motor Marbles. You never know. One could always be a little longer than the other one. Put the one that's longer on the bottom, the shorter one on the top. And whenever you're sewing strips together, you do not need to pin. When I first started, oh, hey, Bonsai Baby started streaming. That was that little thing that on my phone. When I first started sewing, I thought everything had to be pinned. Everything. So I would pin my strips, and it would take forever. I'm like, this just takes a long time to sew strips. I don't know how sewing strips saves time. Don't pin it. You can just pop it in the machine, let the feed dogs pull it. Oh, no wonder. I'm like, it was bouncing because the table wasn't all the way out. Now, whenever you put it in the machine, and I do what is called chaining, where I run something in the machine, run another thing in the machine, constantly go. So you lift up, so then my needle's in the down position, so I lift up my presser foot and put the fabrics right up against that needle, put the presser foot down, start sewing. Now, whenever I sew strips, so that I don't have to keep stopping and fixing the fabrics, I do this. So I actually have the strips apart. I take my pointer finger, I put it between the strips. I have these free fingers kind of hanging under here, and I have my thumb on top. And what that allows me to do is it allows me to move this top fabric back and forth. So I can constantly make sure that it's straight. With my left hand, I use my fingernails to just slide the fabric back and forth to make sure that it's got a perfect seam on it. And I let the feed dogs do all the work for me, pulling the fabric. Now at the very end, you'll notice I put my hand on the other side, and that's just to guide it from the other side, because I've run out of fabric to guide from this side. And that is stripping. Stripping is a basis of quilting. There are a ton of different things you can do with stripping. And you notice how I don't separate these strips either? As long as it's the same color, I just run it through. I'm going to go back and forth, so I'm actually going to sew all the black and light green, and then I'll iron and cut it. Come back, sew the next color, iron and cut, and back and forth and back and forth. just thinking about TwitchCon. I've got to make a pretty little sign. Something that says smile, we're streaming right now, or we're streaming live, or something. Just to make people aware that are at my booth that I'm streaming. Okay, it looks like this is the last black and light green. Now something else I do is I shake it out like this, because I've done it on the stream actually, where if I don't shake it out, sometimes I'll accidentally sew half up into it. So like, because they're folded over, right? So sometimes the bottom one, I don't know how I managed to do it, because I can feel the fabrics. No, because a simple quilt would take more than just one page front and back. Because there's all sorts of things to do with the quilting. So that's why I was saying that maybe just like a simple block. So just like a little panel of fabric that you can turn into a pillow, have a block as part of a quilt, and make a little wall hanging, do something with it. Because the whole point of the free thing is to have it be one single page and have it be super simple, so that people can see, can they do my designs? Can they follow my patterns? It's a good idea. But not for, I wouldn't do it for the giveaway, for the free one. Alright, and that's the last black and light green, so I'm going to sew one black and gray to free it. Oops, forgot to measure it. Nope, the gray's a little longer. Okay, let me trim and set it aside. Yeah, I'm talking just like a basic, simple 8x8 grid with just like a couple of, like a small little tiny pixel design in it. Like something super small. Because that, an 8x8 grid, would actually give you 12 inches, a 12-inch by 12-inch block. Maybe I should just do a heart. Or I wonder if I could do a sewing machine. No, probably couldn't do it. Maybe I could do a sewing machine with just that, those few pixels. Everyone loves hearts though, right? Okay, so now, first step with these cut strips is I want to separate them from each other, and then I'm going to cut them in half. Ooh. I don't have KG chart open. Nope. I was going to sit down, pop open KG chart. I'm going to write the point down. Heart, so I'm going to say heart, sewing machine, thimble. Heart. See, and I'll do, if I make partner, the emojis to go with the line that I've got, so the sewing machine, the needle, the thread. I also want to do a line of bobbin stuff and a line of thimble stuff. So that would go along with my brand. Or even a simple thread thing. That'd be cute. I love that you guys think of ideas for me. I super appreciate that. I love all the feedback. You know, it was because of you guys, of my Twitch people, that I have the packaging for my quilt kits. My amazing packaging that looks it's freaking awesome, and I love it so much. You guys are amazing. I have always been a believer that no one knows everything. That everyone needs to get ideas from other sources, or at least talk things out to make things better. Oh! Hey, that's a great idea. So, like, let's say, like, every 6 months, like, oh no, but I want to have it maybe once a year. So maybe do a line once a year for 4 years. So the first year you get this pattern, you can get it online. Or if you come to me at a convention, you can get it. And the next year switch it to something else. And the next year, oh yeah, I like that idea. That's a great idea. Yeah, and I could do a heart, and oh yeah, I could do all sorts of things with that. Man, I love you guys. Alright, let's set you up there. Oh, I didn't even realize that I've got that one there. I didn't have to do as many as I did. Because I totally did not even see that I had some black and green already combined. I thought I didn't. Okay, black and green. Black and light green. There we go. I need 26 3.5. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 12. I'll leave it 1. So just like I was doing before, I'm taking 1/2 of it, I'm ironing half of it towards the black, making sure my seam is nice and crisp and straight. And then I'm ironing the other half towards the light green. And I'm laying it on top, and I'm nesting. Yeah, I really like that idea too, Wolf. Oh, and the 5th year would be how to put it together. So, like, how to add sashing, how to add borders. Yeah, oh, I like that. Unless I just go back to the 1st year and then give that one out again. So, like, every 4 years rotate it, kind of thing. Okay, so I have 12, and I need 26, so this whole thing will go. So, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. 24. See, I may not take all your ideas whenever you have ideas for me, but I definitely listen. And, okay, 36. There. Alright, and I think I'm going to cut, because I've got 24, and I said I needed 26. So I'm going to cut one more 3.5, and then I'll move on to the 2s. Yeah, I like that idea about giving away a rotating pattern. So they give it away, you know, a free pattern each year. I really like that one. It's really cool. Okay, so one more 3.5. Okay, and I'm actually going to remove it because I've got all my 3.5s. Okay, now for the 2s. I need 36 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Is there salvage in here? Yeah, that's good. Okay, so I've got 18. Let me cut these leftovers here. I think I can get, nope, just 2. 20. So I've got 20 out of those. And I said I needed 36, right? Yep. Oh, I'm gonna have extras. But that's okay. Having extra strips is fine. Because I'm gonna make this quilt again. Alright, I have 20, I need 36, so I need 16 more. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Okay, so that's going to be extra. And all of these are going to be extra. Oh, fantastic. Thank you very much. And how are you, that girl, Cass? This is my favorite ruler in the entire world. I talk about it all the time. It's called the Stripology ruler. It's by Creative Grids. It is $40, and you can buy it anywhere, online, quilt stores, sewing stores. I actually carry it at conventions. And wherever you go, it's always going to be $40. Because anyone that buys them from Creative Grids signs a contract saying they will only ever sell it for $40. And that way there's not a lot of gouging of prices or competing or things like that, which is really nice. And it actually really makes the cut and go by super, super fast. Alright, so here is my light greens are all cut out. Next, let's sew up the rest of the black and grays. And I'll get those cut out. So it looks like I'm definitely going to finish cutting everything out today. We'll see if I get to piecing anything. For a second there, I thought that I didn't shake it out, and I actually had the other strip caught underneath. Oh, and it looks like I've got a few more people. Okay, so I'm going to stop and do my spiel. First of all, I do have a reward system. You can earn quilt coins to get things and do things. Don't forget, in the bottom right hand of the screen, there's a little puzzle piece. So if you hover over that, you want to enable that. And then for every 10 minutes you watch my streams, you get a quilt coin. Every 10 minutes, a chest will randomly drop to 50% of you. If you click on that, you get 5 quilt coins. And then you can also earn quilt coins by playing games. There's a little mini games. You can also earn them by donating. For every dollar you donate, you get 100 quilt coins. You can then purchase things. So if once you enable it, if you find the little green guy with the goggles, if you click on him, you can see the games you can play, how many coins you have, and what you can redeem them for. There's other things like I'll follow you on Instagram. I'll give you a shout out, which I do anyways. I will answer questions, which I do anyways. I will also, there's Truth or Dare in there, or if you want one of my quilt patterns, you can earn enough quilt coins to actually get one for free. I am also in the process to, USA Chan actually gave me a suggestion of gift certificates towards my stuff. So I've been working on that as well. And that should be coming out. So quilt coins, make sure you earn them for watching. Enable that. The second thing is my subscribers. I do have some really cool little emotes now. Those are available. And if you cheer, whether my channel, someone else's channel, please use hashtag cheer. Because the quilt coins will then be donated to charity. At least a portion of them are donated to charity. Please hashtag charity if you cheer for the next week. And Twitch is doing a special for subs. Speaking of subs with my emotes, if you have been on the fence about subbing to a streamer, if you do it between now and the first week of October, you will get half off your first month's sub. So if you donate at the $5 level, then you only pay $2.50. So it's a good way to support the streamers, get out there and do some subs for the first time that you may not have done before, and the streamers still get 100% of what they would normally get. So, okay, that's my spiel. So has anyone played any of the games yet? Any of the card game or the mine? It's like a mini Minesweeper game kind of thing. I know USA Chan, you said that you lost a coin the other day. I want to hear that you guys are winning and you're getting coins. Oh, that stinks. I have done all of the black and gray, so now I'm going to sew a black and tan to free it. Okay, which one is shorter? The tan is shorter. Let's do the tan on top. Yeah, I'm looking at all of the things that I want to do for Quilt Market. I'm thinking I want to do this. I want to go into the Scriptology workshop again. I learned so much about that roller whenever I did that in the spring, so I'm really gonna have to do that again. Alright, let me try this game. Let me see if I can play a game. Should I play pick a card or should I play Scratchers? Which game do you guys think I should play? Because I haven't played them at all yet. The building I'm moving to only allows move-ins from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Or... Oh my god. Oh, you know why? Because they have to, if it's an apartment building, because they've got to put those things around in the elevator, and they only want it for, and then basically wall it off, so only you use that elevator kind of thing. It's still stupid. And that really sucks. And a 3 bedrooms of, oh my god, yeah. See, and you live in Boston, too. Wow. Oh, hey, when I did my whole spiel thing, I forgot to say, I love follows. When I get to 200 follows, I'm going to do another giveaway. I'm going to give away one of my my quilt kits. Does not matter where in the world you live, you could win a quilt kit. But I have to get 200 followers first. That was the only thing I was missing from my little spiel thing. There we go. I've got that. Okay, so black and gray. I need 20 of the 3.5s. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh no, I need 40. I'm doubling it. I forgot. 11, 12. Okay, so I have 24. Oh no, that's completely understandable. Important calls are more important than watching sewing. But welcome back. You know what? I'm gonna play a game. I'm gonna play. Let me play Scratchers. I'm gonna wager 3 coins. 6 more spots to scratch off below, and the winning spots will be revealed. Okay, there. Okay. Oh. Oh no, I just won 6 coins. Fantastic. I thought I lost, but I won coins. Nice. That was easy. Alright, so now I understand that game. I'll play the other one next. Okay, so I have 24 and I need 40. So 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36. So there's 36. Yes, I know Marley. So Marley tends to drink super fast and then, you know, chokes himself. All right, so I have 36 3.5s. I need 4 more. All right, 4 more, and then on to the 2s. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's 14, so now I'm on to 2s. I need 32 2s. 2, 4, 6. I may not have done enough. Two, 4, 6. My math may have been off. That is never good when the math is off. Alright, I said I needed 32 of these. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So I need 22. And one of these gives me 20. So, I don't have any more, do I? Nope, I need to cut another black and gray strip. That's okay. It happens. Oh, math, why have you forsaken me? Oops. Oh, don't move. I'm so used to the stripology roller now because it's got the little, like, ridged edges on the back, so it sticks so it doesn't slide around or move as you cut. Now look at the regular rollers. There we go. Okay, let's finish sewing together these black and tans, and then I will sew together the black and gray. My nose itches all of a sudden. And then now this one. Yes, I'm bopping to music in my head. Because I can't play music on the stream, so I have to imagine music in my head. Alright. Oh, I can't forget to download the last 2 streams with the Triforce so that I have them available so I could pop them up on YouTube in November after Quilt Market. Okay, let's try this again. So, cut this one in half. I'm gonna actually move these up so you guys can see rather than the strips there. No, the horror quilt was actually a commission. That was someone that they specifically told me that, hey, I would like you to make me this quilt. And so the horror quilt, I actually went through and designed it and did everything exclusively for them. So we have been thinking about offering the Jason part of it as a pattern, as a kind of like a wall hanging pattern. But for the entire quilt at this point, there's no way that we could fit that into an 8-page booklet. So if I ever did the whole thing, that would be part of a book, of a large book of different, maybe double-sized quilts, because that's what it is. It's double-sized. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And black with gray. I need 16, 32. Okay. So here's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. Yeah, I counted that perfectly. I'll play with that. I'll see if that's an option. It's because because the biggest problem is having the sound on the YouTube, right? So because I upload all these to YouTube so people can watch them back and do everything, YouTube, for the first couple of ones I uploaded, muted out the whole thing. Yeah, I wasn't aware of that, though. I'll research that. Thanks, Two Wolf. I don't even need this big ruler because I'm only cutting one little 2-inch, and that is it. Or if I'm royalty, yeah. See, and I was thinking about that too, the royalty-free music stuff, and just have that playing in the background. I know a bunch of people that I know use the classic, classic music and stuff. You know what? I'm just gonna do a quick. And there's nothing up that pops. Oh, I looked, it was all Halloween stuff, and yeah, no, I'll look at it. I mean, nothing's popping up immediately in the search, but yeah, no, I'll research that too. I'll figure that out. Okay, black and tan. I have no black and tan already sewn together. No. Black and green, 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 gray and tan. Oh, okay. But does Kittens upload all of her stuff to YouTube? Because that's the trick, right? Is making sure that it's completely royalty free, so that when I upload it to YouTube, it doesn't get blocked out, and my sound doesn't go away. Because that was the only thing with my loyalty reward stuff with the stream labels. One of the options that I had in there, see, I can do, let me click on it because I think it says I can do giveaways and stuff, but it hasn't shown me how I actually go through and do that. Yeah, I gotta figure it out. Okay, so black and tan, I need 12 3.5s. Man, I only had to do one. I don't need this one. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 12. Alright. And I've got the green and green on there. Let's see. Yeah, there's still a bunch of color combinations to go. See, if I could have video game music playing in the background, that would be awesome. I had to play with it for a minute. See, now I'm like, now I really want some music. Hmm. Hmm. That's pretty cool. I found a site that it gives you royalty-free music. So basically, you pay $5 a month. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, 100% copyright clear music. Okay. Fantastic. All right, let's see what let's listen to something. Eh. Let's see. Ooh, dance music. There we go. Now I got music playing. Let's turn it up a little bit. All right, what do you guys think? It has all sorts of channels. I paid $5 a month, basically. Oh, wait, why am I getting up? I still have sewing to do. I got all excited. I'm like, okay, I want to cut now. I don't know about the dance channel. Let's see. Energy, world, French, cool and calm, folk, urban. What's Cozy Cafe? Okay, we'll do rock. Alright, here are the options. What do you guys want to listen to? Oh, it's not coming through the channel? Ooh. Huh. Well, that may be... Huh. That may be an option for me then. Alright, I still have to look at that. So obviously whatever I do, I can't play it on my actual computer because then it won't run through unless I pull the sound off from somewhere. Okay, so whatever I do, I've got to play it on another device, or I've got to run it through OBS. See, all this stuff is new for sound and everything. I'll look at it. Alright, let me turn that off. I don't need music. Because I know there's plugins for Twitch to where you can have radio stations and stuff playing. Alright, I'm putting on my list of things to do. Research, set up desktop audio through OBS. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. Alright, so I need to research apps for music, royalty free. Okay. I know there's a whole bunch of apps that I can do in through Twitch. And then if I do that, it can actually pop through to where you guys can do requests and things like that. See, I'm learning this Twitch thing. I'm getting there. Hi, Marley. Oh, did you discover I dropped the treats down there? There you are. You can... Here, right here. Look. What's that? He's like looking at it like, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, and a little head popped up over there. Hi. Hi, sleepyhead. He said, you said the magic word. Okay. Yeah, no, I'll figure that out. I'll look through all of the apps and the music and all sorts of things. Free this, and I'll do these two, and then I'll sew the rest of it and do those. I think the green is shorter if I remember correctly. Yes, green is shorter. Guys are funny. They're all trying, like, they're playing underneath of me, and they're all trying to be cute because they want something. Alright, I'll lift you up, and you can play in front of the camera, and I'll give you something. Spoiled. Oh, the cat changed position. Okay, you guys want to be cute? All right, come here. Come here. All right, this is Alfred. I know. You're a good boy, aren't you? Thank you. I got kisses. You my little man? I know. All right, come here, Marley. And Marley. You don't look like I'm gonna kill you anymore when I hold you up. Because you realize what you're gonna get in a minute, don't you? They say hi. Say hi, my name's Marty. I'm a cute man. I know. You're cute, aren't you? You want treats now? Okay, okay, Mr. Squirmy. All right. All right, hold on. I know, don't jump. Okay, here's one for you and one for you. All right. Those are my babies. At one point, I tried to do a dog cam. Yeah, they don't cooperate very well. Okay, can't have hair on me when I am quilting. Okay, let's do the gray and tan. Gray and tan. I need 14 3.5s and 32 2s. Yeah, I think they're pretty cute. I love the babies. We've been taking Alfred. So I normally take the dogs a lot of different places. And I've been taking Alfred to one of my husband's softball teams that I used to take Soleil to. And we've divvied it up. So Alfred loves, loves, loves going to that team because there's not a lot of other dogs there. And there's not a lot of little kids. So I basically let him run off leash and he runs all around and acts like a cute little half chihuahua, causing chaos, and lets everyone pet him and love him and everything, and it's very cute. Well, Soleil is my full Papillon. So she's upstairs because she's sleeping and she's a pest. So she's super trained and super behaves really, really well if she's the only dog. If she's not the only dog, she gets very jealous. So when I take her places, I like to take her by herself, but after a little while, she starts to become a pain in my rear because she wants all sorts of things. I can't just let her go. So oops, let me finish cutting these. And then Marley is super social with other dogs. Like, he only seems to do really well when there's other dogs around. So we decided a few months ago that Alfred gets to go to the one ball team, that there's not a lot of dogs and kids. Soleil will go to the other ball teams, and Marley will go to all events. So if there are any dog events, people events, things like that, like this Sunday, there's an event for one of the rescues that we support. We'll take Marley to that. So the team that I take Alfred to, one of the guys this past weekend says, "Did Soleil pass away?" Because they hadn't seen Soleil for a while. Like, no, it's just having more than one is a pain in the rear, so they take turns. Okay, gray with tan. I need 14 of these. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Or 10, 12. It's not 14, Tony. What are you doing? Come on. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, seams towards the gray. Seams towards the tan. Okay, and I have 12 and I need 14. Now, remember what I was saying before, with this, when I have the solid pieces, I'm lining it up along this solid white line along the bottom. But whenever I have pieces like this, which have been sewn together, I line it up along the seam. Because as you iron, it could stretch and move the fabric. So the seam is going to be the straightest line that you have. Okay, so I've got 14, here is 16. So I'm actually going to remove this because I'm done with this. And twos. I need 16 twos. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I don't need 16. I need 32. 12, 14, 16, 18 maybe? Yes. Okay, making sure there wasn't any salvage in there. I keep forgetting I'm making 2 quilts. I have to double everything. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Okay, don't forget that, Tony. You have 18. And I need 32. So ironing towards the gray. And then ironing towards the tan. If you have not already enabled the little add-on I've got for you guys, please make sure you enable that. Bottom right-hand corner of the screen, you will see a puzzle piece. Click on that and enable, and you will earn quilt coins that you can spend on things. It's a little reward system that just started this week, and I love it. All right, I said I had 18, right? Hey! I've got a raid going on! Hey guys! Fantastic! So I'm going to have to cut this and then stop because Imperial Girl decided to raid me, and I love her so much. We had fun at Dragon Con. Yay! Look at all the cookies. All the little Wookiee cookies. I love you guys. I don't know, that thing, it just pops up. I like how you guys all rated me, and then the thing pops up that she's hosted me. I love you guys so much. Alright, let me finish counting this, and then I will do my spiel and greet everyone, because I love you. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have 18, and I need 36. So let me use my fantastic stripology ruler. So 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32. Fantastic. I love you guys. Okay. You gotta move, Marley. I love you, baby. Hi. All right. Thanks for the raid. I love you guys. So, who am I? What do I do? I am a professional video game comic book quilter. I do this for a living. I make video game quilts, and I have my own pattern line. Yeah, make sure you wave to all the new people, all the fantastic new people. Mr. McFeely, thank you very much for the sub. I appreciate it. I love you so much. Oh, and Bestifer, thank you for the follow. I love it. Thank you very much. So Mr. McFeely now has access to this lovely emote that I love so much. That my emotes were approved this week. They're fantastic. So yes, I'm a video game comic book quilter. My streams are about showing you what I do. Teaching you how to quilt, answering questions on sewing, answering questions on quilting, and I do lots of commissions. So I just finished up the horror quilt commission a few days ago, so that you guys can see a little picture into my world of what I do. I do video game conventions, I do Comic-Cons, I also travel around and I speak to quilt guilds and sewing stores and all sorts of things, because I love the stuff. Yeah, so that's what I do. So stuff on my channel. Oh, Arjar75 and Perfectly Wicked, thank you very much for the follows. My channel, number one, I have finally now have a a reward system. So if you enable it, bottom right hand corner of your screen, you'll see a little puzzle piece. Yay, look at all the sewing machines. Aren't they cute and adorable? I love my sewing machines. Bottom right hand corner, you'll see a little puzzle piece. Make sure you enable that because that's going to give you rewards for my channel. I now give quilt coins. So for every 10 minutes you watch, you get a quilt coin. For every $1 you donate, you get 100 quilt coins. And there's also little mini games. So every 10 minutes, 50% of you will get a chest. It will randomly appear on my screen. It somehow appears where my face is right now. It likes to appear right there on my face. Don't know why. If you click on the chest, you get 5 quilt coins. If you play little games, there's 2 little cool games you can play. You get quilt coins for playing the games. You can spend quilt coins on things. So there's a couple of things like shout outs and questions, but I do that anyways. I answer your questions. I give shout outs anyways. There's also like truth or dare. I'll follow you on Instagram. I'll follow you on Twitter. I'll do things like that. There's also free patterns. So if you like my quilt patterns and you want to get one for free and not pay for it, you can earn quilt coins and get one for free. I'm also working on a thing where you can actually get gift certificates to be used towards quilts and pillows and things like that at cons or in person or online or anything. So yeah, so that's all the reward system stuff. And that's it. Oh, and then the very top. So the very top, you might see my little thing of my giveaways. I'm a newer streamer. I just started streaming in February, so I want follows. I love the subs though, but I want follows. I want to build my audience. So I love and want follows, and when I reach 200, I will do another giveaway. So every 100 follows, I'm doing a giveaway. So at 200, I will give away one of my quilt kits. Full kit, fabric, pattern, pre-cut, everything. You will get a kit if you win. I don't care where in the world you live. Quilt kit if you win. So, but I've got to get to 200 follows first. So that's my spiel. And today, and again, thank you to Imperial Girl. I love you so much. She's amazing. She's fantastic. If you're watching me before, if you have not checked out Imperial Girl's channel, please, please, please take a look at Imperial Girl's channel. She is amazing. She does cosplay. She does, yeah, and she's just an amazing person. I love her so much. So yeah, so make sure you go follow her. In fact, can I, no, I don't have it. I can't do the shout outs. I gotta do shout outs, man. So yeah, so she's amazing and I love her. So today, what I am doing is making I'm refreshing a bunch of my quilts that I sold at Gen Con and Dragon Con. So I sold out, and Adlin G Games, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. I love it. Oh yeah, and see, so all the things that Two Wolf just put in there, those are a bunch of the things you can get by subbing to Imperial Girl, which I've been watching for her to pop on it because I want to go sub to her, but I want to sub to her when she's streaming. So when I see her streaming and I am not streaming, I'm going to go pop on. I'm going to sub because I want those emotes. I mean, the hype one is a Wookiee cooking it. Yeah, no, those are awesome. Oh yeah, no, they're amazing. So, oh yeah, every chance. Oh yeah, she's amazing. So what was I saying? Imperial Girl. Okay, yeah, no, you guys lost my train of thought. Okay, guys, all right, come here. They're being cute. They want more treats. Obviously, you get the cat cam, but you also get dogs every now and then. Come here. Leave Alfred alone. Alfred, do you want another appearance? This is Marley. Say hi, Marley. Somebody find me some paste to sit in the corner and eat. That's awesome. So this is Marley. Come here, Alfred. These are my 2 rescue dogs. Come here, baby. Oh, you gonna be cute for the camera? Say yeah. Thank you for the kisses. See, I'm always cute. I'm so cute. Okay, here we go. Oh, I already gave you treats before, so let's give you some greenies. This will keep you guys busy for a while. There you are. There you are. All right, let's get the hair off before I move on. Okay, so today I am working on my Tanuki quilts. These are This is one of the quilts in my quilt line of patterns. Oh, and here comes the other one. Just when I took the hair off. Soleil, come here. Come on. Soleil, over here. Come here. And this is Soleil. Say hi. See, I'm not going to hold her against my shirt because I already cleaned it off. Here you go. There's your treat. All right, goodbye. So this is my Totoro, my Japanese wood spirit pattern. It is one of the patterns that I do, and I actually make the quilts to not only display at conventions, but to sell at conventions. And I have 4 conventions within 5 weeks coming up. I've got New York Comic Con, then I've got 2 weeks later, I've got TwitchCon, Houston Quilt Market, and then Play Fair, which is the toy fair in New York City. So I've got a ton of conventions popping up that I've got to go through and make them. Oh yeah, oh, and the cat, yeah, she's deaf. My deaf cat's sleeping. Can't forget the deaf cat that's sleeping. Alright, so I've got all of these done. So today I am working on Totoro. And yeah, so today, tomorrow is all Totoro stuff. Alright, let's do green on green. So please feel free in my channel if you ever have any questions, whether about me, about sewing, about quilting. Soleil, stop. Sticking her nose in there and trying to bother the dogs and take their treats. Please feel free to ask. And if anyone plays one of the little mini game things and you win quilt coins, let me know, because that's super exciting for me. Because I just started the reward system. Oh, I need to go tell Imperial Girl, because whenever I saw her at Dragon Con, she picked up one of my patterns. I think it was the NES pattern that she picked up, and she really wanted the Triforce pattern, but it wasn't available yet. I didn't have it patterned out, and now I do. So I need to totally tell her to swing by my area at TwitchCon. Well, I'll see her at TwitchCon anyways, but remind me to give her one of those patterns, because I know she wants it. Okay, so this is green on green. Now green on green, I need 2 3.5s and 4 2s. So 2 3.5s, 5.5, 7.5. That'll give me 4 2s. There we are. We got the 3.5, 2, 2, and I am done with green on green. Now, green on gray. Did I do the green on gray already? Uh-oh. Oh, it's here. Oh my gosh. I am so stinking blind. Okay, next. Let me sew these last couple, and I will iron them, trim them. Come on. There we go. And then I'll start laying the pieces out. So tomorrow I'm streaming same time, 1 to 4 Eastern Standard Time. I will continue on with this quilt, with the Totoro. And I haven't put it up in my schedule yet, but I'm planning on streaming both Saturday and Sunday. Saturday I'm streaming from 9 to 12 in the morning. I've got a bunch of Europeans that like to watch now and then, so I find if I do at least one morning stream each week, then all my Europeans can pop in. But I don't know when I'm streaming Tuesday yet, because there is that event for one of the rescue organizations we support. You know how much I'm thinking about IRLing from the event? And of course, I will be at New York Comic Con. I will do as many streams as I can there. Yes, clean clothes for work would be good. You wouldn't have clean clothes. So I will be at New York Comic Con, but I will also be at TwitchCon. So if you are going to be at TwitchCon, I will be in Creative Corner. So I'm actually going to be set up. I will have my quilts, my dice bags, my patterns, and my kits. At TwitchCon. And I'm trying to figure it out so that I have a live feed from my point of view of the con. So I'll be streaming from my booth the entire weekend. I'm trying to make that work. There we go. I talked with the convention center and checked with their internet options. Hi guys. I'm not giving you anything else. You're very cute though. And I think I'm going to be able to do that. Alright, where is... Yep, there we go. It's interesting. I keep looking over going, I really hope someone I follow that is creative is on. Ooh. I keep thinking about who I'm going to pass you guys off to whenever I stop streaming, but I'm not going to stop for a while. I think I have an idea. Oh, come on, sound. What are you doing to me? There we go. Now, whenever I cut my strips, I always cut them in half. So if you wanted to know what I was doing before when I was cutting those pieces, this is called stripping. I sew the strips together, cut them in half, and whenever I sew my quilt pieces together, I do what's called nesting the seams. So in this case, I'm going to iron this seam towards the gray. So I'm actually ironing the white fabric and then pushing it up against the gray fabric so that the seam on the back actually points towards the gray. So you see how that white seam is there and it actually folds over this way. And then I lay it down like this. And then the second piece, I'm going to iron the opposite way. So I'm actually going to iron it towards the white. Now, if you have quilted before, you may have been taught to iron your seams open, because that is what a lot of quilters and quilt magazines and books and things teach you to do. I do not do that because I want my seams to be perfect. Now in this case, what I'm doing is nesting the seams. So I'm making sure these seams are lined up right up against each other, and then I can cut them. So I'm taking my stripology ruler and I'm laying it along the actual seam that I just sewed. And this is white with gray. I need 12 3.5s. Dang it, I only needed one. I didn't need to cut this other one. Why do I keep doing that? Okay, so this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'm going to remove that and then reposition this. ones away. So I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, and last but not least, this is the gray with green. Let's cut this in half. And in this case, I'm going to iron the first one towards the gray. Now, it doesn't make a difference which one you do first. As long as you switch them out. So that one's towards the gray. And this one is towards the green. So then, I don't know if I actually explained how I laid them out. When you lay them out, make sure that this bottom one, the seam is pointing up, because this bottom one, the seam is going to be pointing down. So the gray is actually on top of the gray, and the green is actually on top of the green. And there we go. Let me find where my selvage is, right there. Okay, so gray with green. It is 2 3.5s and 4 2s. So there's 2 3.5s and 2 4 2s. And I think that's all I need the ruler for. I believe I have absolutely everything cut. 2 and 4, yep, that's it. All right, everything is cut. So this can all be put away. My ruler can be put away. And now it's time to lay everything out. Okay, so this ruler can go away. Those can go down there. And I need my strips of paper to hold my place. Now, the easiest way that I have found, so I have my pattern, and I'm going to look at it line by line, and how I'm going to do that is I'm actually going to take a piece of paper and cover everything except for the line that I am looking at. So then I'm only looking at that single line. All right, and then we lay all of my pieces out. So let's move this over. Fantastic. Those, move that over a little bit more so I can fit more pieces. I find for pixelated quilts, it's easier if I lay all of my fabric out so I can just take it as I need it. You know what, let me move these here because I'm not going to use a lot of that. The ones I'm not going to use a lot of, I'm going to set up into the corner here. Okay, these I will use the most because they're the background pieces between this and the gray pieces. Here we go. Nope, I think I'm using all of these at the very bottom. Alright, so every single one of my pieces is laid out. Marley, you're going to trip me, baby. I know, you're thinking you're going to get something else. I love you very much, but you can't be there. Alright, so everything is laid out. Now remember, I am making 2 quilts. So I need to lay out 2 lines for every line of the quilt. So my first line, I need one of these. So this is actually 2 rows of line number 1. So I've got those. Oops, there we go. There's that one. Okay, I need a black and green. Now in this case, my seam is pointing up towards the black, so the next piece, I need to make sure the seam goes opposite. So this seam here needs to go down towards the green, because I want to make sure whenever I piece these two together, that these seams nest. So in this case, the fabric is going towards the black. In this case, it's going towards the green. So I really want to make sure that when I put these pieces together, they line up perfectly so that I will have a perfect point when it's all sewn. And when I lay my pieces out, I lay them out in sets of 2. That way they're already set up so that I can just turn them and pin them. Okay, so that's towards the green, so I need to go, oh, now it's these. So this is going to go towards the tan, towards the black, towards the tan, towards the black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total. 1, 2, 3, nope, 6 total. I was counting wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. And all the seams are opposite. Fantastic. Alright, next is the black and background. So that's going towards the black, so this needs to go towards the black. And then this needs to go towards the background. Now, before I lay any other pieces out, I'm going to pin this. So my arrow is pointing to the right, so my seams need to be ironed to the right. So I'm going to pick this up, I'm going to take the right piece, flip it up over that left piece, and pin it in place. So to the right, onto the left, pin it in place. Right over left. And I am just going to do the same thing for this entire quilt. And that is how you lay those pieces out. So I'm going to lay out 3 rows. And then I will sew, iron, and repin again. Okay, now this one's the same exact thing. So my seams are going to the right as well, because it is the same row, because I'm making 2 quilts. I have found it's because I make multiple quilts. Whenever I take quilts to conventions, a lot of times I'll take 1 quilt of everything to a convention. So I'll take 1 Japanese wood spirit to a convention, but I'll have 2 made. Because what if, let's take New York Comic Con. So let's say if a quilt sells at New York Comic Con. Well, TwitchCon is 2 weeks later. I'm not going to have time to remake that quilt before TwitchCon. I've got to make sure I've got that quilt for TwitchCon. So by making 2 at a time, I can guarantee I have at least 1 quilt for each convention. Now, in my case, I've got 4 conventions in 5 weeks. So that last convention, Play Fair, the toy convention in New York City, they're going to get all leftovers. But they may also have fabrics and quilts that may not be at any of the others, because there is fabric that's being released at the end of October. So the moment that I get back from Quilt Market in Houston, I am going to frantically spend a few days making some things for Playfair in New York City. Alright, so that's the first row. Second row. Need one of those. Okay, now this is a black and gray piece that's already been sewn together. My arrow for this row goes towards the left, so I want to make sure that my seam is pointing towards the left. So a black and gray towards the black. There we go. Oh, and okay, Mink Girl 78. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All of these fabrics, I don't think I've mentioned it before yet, all the fabrics that I am using are Moda marbles. I really like the way that I used to use solids, complete solids, but I like the way that the marbles flow, and I like the way that they feel. Okay, and then I need to go towards the gray with the black and gray. And then a background piece. Okay, and I already said before that my seams are pointing to the left, so in this case, everything has to go this way for when I iron the seams, because I want them to be opposite for each row, because I want, whenever I'm putting the rows together, for them to nest so they're perfect seams. In this case, because they're going left, I'm taking the left piece, flipping it up over the right piece, and pinning it in place. So the easiest way to remember if you use this shortcut is if your arrow goes to the left, you pick up the piece on the left. If the arrow goes to the right, you pick up the piece on the right. Alright, and then that third row. And that's all, 3 rows is all I have room for to lay out on my big cutting mat. So after that, I'm going to stop and start sewing them. Alright, so I need one of these. And yes, I always talk to myself even when I'm not streaming. One of these, that's towards the black. So I need to go towards the black here. And I need to go towards the tan with the gray and tan. Great. My family jokes that I need like a little on-air light or something to go on upstairs, because they never know when I'm actually streaming, because I talk to myself anyways. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3 of those. Alright, and I need one of these. I find if I say out loud the pieces that I need and which way the seam goes, I make less mistakes. And I make a lot of mistakes when I quilt. Okay, towards the gray. And a gray and black. and towards there. So, Two Wolf, you said that you have a limited time to move into the new apartment in Boston. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna schedule it during a time? Or are you gonna do it in shifts? Because that's a pain to move 3 bedrooms of furniture in that small amount of time. I've got that. Oh, okay. So this one seems to be pointing to the right. So I'm going to pick up the right piece, flip it over the left, and pin it in place. Oh, that stinks. You know what? But at least it'll give you time to unpack things as you move things in. I have 2 weeks of overlap. Oh, you know what? That actually may not be bad then. If you have two weeks of overlap between the old place and the new place. So you can kind of do like a slow move in. Maybe less chance of boxes. Oh, when I was doing my whole big spiel, I forgot to mention, with that sub for Mr. McFeely, you also get 5 extra entries in when I do drawings. So in addition to regular drawings that I do, subs get extra, a little extra tickets into the drawings. And Lauren Brender, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay, so this is the same exact row. So this is going to the right. So I'm picking this up and put the right over the left and pinning it in place. So just being an affiliate, I don't have tons and tons of emotes, unfortunately, for my subs. I only have the 1 per level. So like at the $10 level, you get access to the sewing machine and the needle that says nope, because I break needles. And then the $25 level, I have an evil thread. But so I wanted to give something else to my subs, so extra drawings into the giveaways. And the next giveaway, like I said, is I'm giving away a quilt kit. And I am doing fantastic, Lauren. How are you today? I know, Marley, you're very cute. I'm busy, though. It's funny, the dogs love it when they hear me constantly talk to myself, because they're like, oh, she's streaming. That means we're going to get things. We're going to get lots of goodies. All right, so I have my 3 rows, my 2 sets of 3 rows, all pinned. And remember, I am all about efficiency. So I pin everything, I then sew it, I then iron it. So we're going to sew everything at once. Where? Oh, there it is. I got my handy dandy little cutting gizmo. I love this thing. So when I quilt, I chain. And what that means by chaining is I have something constantly running through the sewing machine. So I have a piece of fabric in here right now that's my scrap fabric. So all I'm going to do is I'm lifting up my presser foot, putting my piece right against that needle, and sewing. And I'm not pulling or pushing any of the fabric. I'm letting the feed dogs do all the work for me. Oh, I think I just broke my thread, didn't I? Yep, it's, dang it. Stupid thread. Well, I guess that answers my question. It's not just black. This machine hates black thread. Come on. So sometimes when I'm using black thread, it will constantly break it. There we go. Let's start it right where it left off. Go. But today I'm using cream. Go figure. So I am running all of the pieces of that first row in. Okay, I'm just checking my tension on both sides just to make sure it's good. And then I grab the next row. So I then sew just the first piece of my next row, separate it, and the cutting gizmo is for a fast way to separate your pieces when you chain. So I'm going to start from the back and separate my pieces. It's a lot faster than using scissors. And then I take my first piece and I lay it down. I'll take my pins out. So I went backwards to the front, and then now that front piece is on the bottom of this pile. And there's my stack. Now, normally I would set this right here and keep on sewing, but I want to show you start to finish this entire row. So I'm keeping it in this exact order. And now I'm going to lay these pieces out just like this. So I'm starting from right to left, laying these pieces out. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. And I'm going to iron them straight up. So my seams are always going up when I'm ironing. You always want to iron away from you when you're sewing pieces. And then after you finish ironing them, you pick them up left to right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I look on here to see which way my seams point. My seams point to the right for this first row. So you know what? This is piece number 1. This is piece number 2. It's all already in order. So I have an even number of pieces, so all I have to do is turn it so I can pick these 2 pieces up, flip the first piece over the second, and pin it in place. And I don't have to, I can save time by not having to lay all of my pieces out. They're already in the order that I need them. And just like that, I have these pieces ready to go. And that is the order that you do them in. And the same thing, after I finish this pass, I'll go through and re-sew this one. It's the same thing. You put it in, and then you start from this piece, this last piece, to separate it, and then reverse it for taking the pins out. Lay it down right to left on the ironing board, pick it up left to right, and it's in the same order. Now, for the next one, I'll show you. The only difference is which way those seams are going to point whenever I lay them down to pin them. Oh wait, no, I take that back. This is the same row. I'm making 2 quilts. See, that's the thing I've got to constantly remember when I'm doing this. If I'm making 2 quilts, I have to make sure that, okay, no, Tony, the first 2 rows are the exact same. Most of my patterns, whenever I make them into quilts, I do them 2 at a time. So if that's how I remember a lot of it is, okay, this is your pattern. You're making 2. Every now and then I mess it up, though. I messed up the Triforce yesterday. I whenever I flip pieces or sew pieces out of order, I always find that, I always figure that out whenever I'm sewing the rows together. And that is all I'm going to do for this entire thing. Alright, I want to show you this one. I actually want to iron and lay them out for you. But it's a lot more efficient if you do all of your pinning and then all your sewing and then all your ironing, so you do everything at the same time, and it saves you time. So, and I've actually figured out if I sew 2 quilts at the same time, it takes me about the same amount of time as if I did them separately for 1.5 quilts. So I can make 4 quilts in the time that it takes me to make 3. Alright, laying them out. You'll notice this is a case where these 2 pieces were already sewn together. You see my seam here is pointing down. Whenever you're laying pieces out, your pieces should always be pointing down. If they're not, flip them over so the pieces are pointing down. And that's important for the second pass. This first pass, they're always going to be going in the same direction, but the second pass, they're going to be going in opposite directions. So in this case, now remember that first row, the seams are pointing to the right. And my background piece is the light green. Okay, let's say if I go to lay this down and I think, okay, seams are pointing to the right. Well, this is going to be the very far left of my quilt. Okay, that's a gray piece. That's not a background piece. With all of my patterns, the background covers the entire thing. It goes all the way around. So the only way that wouldn't happen is it would never happen. So that's a good way for me to remember that, oh, yeah, okay, this is a background piece. Okay, you know what, maybe it should go this way. Let me double check that. Oh, yeah, the seams do need to go to the left. So that's another thing. And Elvire? Is that how you pronounce that? Hi, how are you? Alright, so that's how you do that row. So I'm going to finish sewing these. Marley, the kitty cat can't hear you. Don't bark at her. He thinks the cat wants to play. So he's constantly barking at the cat, trying to get her to play with him. Oh, the rouge, yeah, for red. That's nice. Okay, Elvire or red? I'm very impressed with myself that I was able to pronounce that correctly. Marley, no. You like how the cat's just sitting up there staring at him like, dude, I don't know what you're doing. Because she can't hear him, so all she sees is this dog kind of like jumping at her. Marley is the kind of dog that he thinks everyone and everything wants to play with him. So he's constantly trying to play. Hey, he's sleeping. Leave him alone. Don't play with him. Marley, Alfred is sleeping. Marley. Alright, so there's that one. Okay, so I think I'm going to call it a stream. Come here, baby. Oh, you can sit in my arms, so I'm not going to be doing fabric anymore. Oh, I guess my kid's home from school. So, I'm going to call that a stream. I am thinking, let me refresh this just so I can see who all is streaming, who I want to host. I'm thinking Bonsai Baby. Bonsai Baby does woodworking. I'm thinking let's go do Bonsai Baby. So, but before we do that, thank you again, Imperial Girl, for the host. I love you. She's amazing. If you have not followed Imperial Girl, go do that. It's IMPERILGRRL. So she's amazing. I love her. Thank you very, very much for the host and for the raid. I love ya. Mr. McFeely, thank you again for the sub. I super appreciate it. I love it. And thank you for all the follows. Whenever I get to 200, yes, we are so going to raid. Because whenever I have over 15 people, that's when I feel that it's worth a raid. And we have over 15, so we are going to raid. Thank you guys for the follows. When I get to 200, I am going to do another giveaway. I'll give away a quilt kit. I will be back tomorrow I know you're so super cute, aren't you? I will be back tomorrow from 1 to 4 Eastern Standard Time. I'll pick up where I left off here with the Totoro quilt. So yeah, let's go raid Bonsai Baby. So let me put you in here. So host Bonsai Baby. In fact, you know, I'm just going to put her in here. Can I do an @ Yeah. Well, I'm going to put that in there. That is where we're going, to Bonsai Baby's channel. So I'm going to say goodbye, and then I'll put the host on so you can click on and move right over there. So thanks, guys. I super, super, super appreciate it. Thank you for joining me.